Disclaimer: this video may be disturbing to watch. I am not known to report fake news. The info here has been researched from TikTok videos, YouTube videos, the local news, public videos, and Hulu documentaries, all which is public knowledge. Welcome back to Neka's Tea Talks, aka Neka's News. Now let's talk about what's been going on with P. Diddy and Cassie during this trial. Now, before I get into it, you all heard the disclaimer, right? All right, so now let's get to it. P. Diddy, aka known as Sean Combs, his government name. He was born November the 4th, 1969 in Harlem, New York. His mother, Janice Combs, who was a model and teacher assistant at that time, was born in Harlem, New York, but later raised in Mount Vernon, New York. His father, Melvin Earl Combs, was born in New York on April the 15th of 1938. He lived in Baltimore, Maryland. He later moved back to New York, where he was then shot down, fatally sitting in his car in a parking lot. And he died on January the 26th of 1972 in New York, New York. And at that time, Sean Combs was only 3 years old. So, Melvin Combs was known as a drug dealer in that time, distributing heroin. So we can go ahead and say that Mr. Sean Combs didn't seem like a father figure to Mr. P. Diddy, as you say. So now, real quick, let's go ahead and get back to the mother. Let me go ahead and show you a few pictures here just to see if you get the motherly vibes from these pictures. Take a look. Now, just from looking at those pictures, what kind of vibe do you pick up? I mean, now, she might not have had anything to do with it, but just from the way he kisses on her, I don't know what mother and son has that type of relationship. Now, me personally, me and my brother don't have that type of relationship with our parents. Now, we love our parents dearly, but I've never kissed my father like that. I've never kissed my mother like that, and I have never seen my brother do the same, okay? All right, so let's move on, okay? So anyway, Mr. Sean Combs currently has 7 kids, 6 kids, and 1 is adopted. 6 biological kids and 1 is adopted. Now, I'm going to show you a picture here real quick of the whole family. 1 is missing because he is the youngest. Take a look. One that's actually adopted, his name is Mr. Quincy Taylor Brown. And I can't even believe that because, look, he is one of my favorite actors of all time. And I didn't even know that he had anything to do with P. Diddy. I didn't even know that P. Diddy was his stepfather or whatever you want to call it. I didn't know he was adopted. Now, everywhere you look, it says he was adopted, but I have not physically seen anything that say he was legally adopted. It just says he was adopted, but nobody really knows if he's legally adopted or not. Or if it just say he was adopted just because he was dating his mother at the time. Her name is Kim Porter, who died when she was 47 years old. She died from cardiac arrest due to flu symptoms, but nobody really knows if that's the real reason. It say that it's unsure if that's the real reason why she died. But anyway, again, he was legally, or as they say, adopted by Sean Combs, and his actual biological father is still alive. His name is Al B. Sure, and he's currently still living. So, anyway, just take a look at these pictures of my favorite actor, who I love oh so much. Take a look here. Seemed like to me the number 3 ain't a lucky number because, of course, Sean Combs was 3 when his father passed away. And Mr. Quincy Taylor was 3 when his mom passed away. Like, that's already starting off bad right there. 3 and 3, just starting off bad. Anyway, so moving on. So P. Diddy has been in federal custody since September the 16th of 2024. The trial just recently started as of May the 5th of 2025. Cassie, who is known as P. Diddy's ex-girlfriend, she filed charges against him back in November of 2023. And 1 week later, federal charges from the FBI of similar charges was filed against P. Diddy. Okay? What a coincidence, right? So during Cassie's civil lawsuit, she won $20 million from that case. But now she has been subpoenaed to testify in court for the trial now. She has to tell her story all over again in open court. And all them text messages between them from 2015 up until now have been found. And they have been used in evidence in court. And she has to relive this whole moment in open court. And she hasn't even seen P. Diddy for the past 6 years. And she also has to go to court pregnant with her third baby. This is just boom, boom, bam, bam, wham, wham. Like, get out of here. Go ahead and take a look at this clip.
Cassandra Ventura, also known as Cassie, her testimony ended like this. She described going to rehab in February of 2023. She says, "I didn't want to be alive." She described shooting a music video and saying that she had flashbacks to some of the things that she went through. She then started to cry and said, "I remember coming home, looking at my 2 children and my husband and telling my husband, 'You can do this without me.'" She said, "I tried to walk into traffic, but he stopped me." From then on, she talks about going to rehab and started to write everything that happened to her. She said she wrote a book and she wanted Sean Combs to read it, to have information, she said. "I wanted him to understand what he put me through. I was 22. I would have done anything for him. I did, but it wasn't enough. I reached out to his chief of staff. She said the book was not being taken seriously. I wanted to be compensated," she said in court, "for the time, the years, the pain, trying to fix my life. $30 million for the rights is what she proposed. When the prosecution asked her why that number, she said, "I didn't really do any research. I just picked a number and I thought it would alert him." As many of you guys already know, November 2023, she filed a civil lawsuit. It was settled. She acknowledged that today, but for the first time we heard how much the settlement was for. $20 million, she said. When the prosecutors asked her, "Why are you testifying at this trial?" she said, quote, "I cannot carry this anymore. The shame, the guilt. What's right is right. What's wrong is wrong."
So now look, P. Diddy, of course, is being accused of sex trafficking, assault against males and females, raping women, molestation of a 16-year-old boy, and so far 6 people have accused him of the same thing. Now, Sean Combs used his name to come forward, in the music industry, to engage people in his so-called freak-offs. Now, over the years, he has silenced his victims by doing blackmail, violence, kidnapping, arson, and physical beatings. He's been accused of illegal freak-offs. So before I go any further, just go ahead and take a look at this little clip real quickly.
Diddy's daughter's not in court, but his 85-year-old mother, Janice, was there. And on this rainy New York day, lurid new details emerging, and the bombshells keep dropping. Today, a twist to the tape that broke the case wide open.
The surveillance video obtained by CNN.
We've seen the hotel surveillance tape obtained by CNN that shows Diddy throwing his then-girlfriend Cassie to the floor, brutally kicking her, even dragging her down the hallway.
Combs can be seen grabbing Ventura and throwing her to the ground.
But now the prosecution entered new footage into evidence, 15 minutes of tape unedited, that shows what happened after the disturbing attack. The hotel security guard is seen here talking to Diddy, still wrapped in the white towel. Cassie follows both men back to the room, then Cassie leaves, the security guard behind her.
Cassie says that when she finally did leave the hotel, back to her own apartment.
CNN entertainment correspondent Elizabeth Wagmeister, who broke the news about the shocking tape a year ago, was in the courtroom today.
She goes home, her friend sees her battered face, and her friend calls the cops. They question her, but ultimately she does not say Diddy's name. Why didn't she say his name? Because she essentially didn't want to ruin his life.
And Cassie revealed on her 29th birthday, Diddy actually forced her to participate in a freak-off. She also one time overdosed on the drug GHB in the Hamptons. She eventually woke up naked in the shower with a male escort and Diddy freaking out. Their intense relationship also took its toll in Cannes in 2012. They attended the premiere of Killing Them Softly, but now we know what happened before they hit the carpet.
During her testimony, she explained that she was on a yacht with Diddy, and they got in a fight, so Diddy kicked her off of the yacht. She left. She didn't have her stuff with her. She didn't even have her passport with her. When they fly home from Cannes, France, Cassie says they were still in a fight, and then he takes out a device, and he shows her videos of the freak-offs.
Cassie also told the jury after they broke up in 2018 he would blackmail her, threatening to expose her sex tapes. Cassie saying on the stand, "It's horrible and disgusting. No one should do that to anyone." And the judge began to add special privacy screens inside the courtroom before sexually explicit material was displayed. We now know Cassie provided those images from her phone to prosecutors.
Sean Combs and Cassie Ventura have not made eye contact with each other once. This day in court was actually the first time they have seen each other in more than 6 years. Of course, when they ended things, now we know things could not have ended worse. At one point, there was actually a brief break during the testimony, and she turned her back in the witness box away from Diddy. The cross-examination of Cassie is going to be brutal. That's just the way it is. In these sex crimes cases, the defense's job is quite literally to pick apart their story and poke holes in their story.
All right, so now what we just watched was a small edited clip from a long 15-minute clip that didn't have any sound. That was just a small clip here, okay? So you were probably wondering a little bit about Cassie and P. Diddy's relationship. So let me go ahead and tell you here. Take a look at this pic when they were all lovey-dovey at one point in time. But go ahead and take a look at this right here. The relationship between Sean Diddy Combs and Cassie Ventura began in 2001 when Ventura was 19 and Combs was 37. Ventura signed with Combs' label, Bad Boy Records, the following year and released her debut album. Ventura claims the relationship evolved from a professional one to a personal one. Their 11-year relationship ended, and in her 2023 lawsuit, Ventura accused Combs of physical and sexual abuse. The trial against Combs began in May of 2025, with Ventura testifying as a key witness. The trial covered allegations of assault, including a 2016 hotel incident captured on surveillance footage, and a 2018 rape in Ventura's home. NPR and The Guardian reported on the trial. So now let's talk a little bit about what these freak-offs were, okay? Now these freak-offs consisted of drinking, drugs, sex, holding people captive, freak-offs that lasted for up to 4 days at a time. Cassie, who was his girlfriend at the time, was forced to do these freak-offs. She was forced to take drugs. She was beaten. She was forced to have sex with other men. She was peed on. She was ejaculated on. Like, the list just goes on. And she also said the room smelled of blood, actually period blood to be exact, body odor, and baby oil. Now, this is a lot to take in. Now, this trial is so huge. I mean, it's just a lot of information. It's a lot of information. So, of course, we can't go through everything in this one video. So, of course, I did my best to sum it up for you. But we got more to come because the trial just got started, okay? So this is part one. And just to go ahead and sum it up, I'm going to go ahead and continue telling you a little bit more. So now, if you heard of his security guard, Mr. Gene Deal, he has some truths of his own to tell the court as well about this whole incident. Okay? So go ahead and take a look at this quick video. This is not about him, but this is just so you could kind of see what PDD thinks. Go ahead.
Your life, sometimes you got to do that. I was fucked up. I mean, I hit rock bottom. But I make no excuses. My behavior on that video is inexcusable. I take full responsibility for my actions in that video. I'm disgusted. I was disgusted then when I did it. I'm disgusted now. I went and I sought out professional help. I had to go into therapy, and go into rehab. Had to ask God for his mercy and grace. so sorry. But I'm committed to be a better man each and every day. I'm not asking for forgiveness. I'm truly sorry.
So now you just saw that little weak apology. He didn't even shed a tear. He didn't even look apologetic at all, okay? He didn't even look sympathetic. He didn't look anything. He just looked like he was only saying the apology because he got caught. So this has been on national TV, the news. This has been everywhere, okay? This has been everywhere. So, of course, he just said that little apology just to kind of probably get on everybody's good grace so that he wouldn't be seen in court. But, hey, that did not work. So I'm going to go ahead and leave it here with you real quick. So now, what kind of trauma do you think this man been through for him to act this way? Have you been through anything at all? And you know what? Some people can just be this way. He could just be crazy. He could be psycho. He could be sadistic or whatever you want to call it. He could be all of that and above. And in other words, all I want to say is, P. Diddy, why? Why? Just why? All right, guys, look. We done seen it and heard it all, right? Not really. There is so much more to this trial, so much more we have not seen, we have not heard yet. There's going to be a lot more. But guys, I wanted to go ahead and thank you for watching. Please stay tuned. Follow me for more. Again, this is only part 1. This has to be continued, okay? But I want to thank you for watching all the information about PD's trial up until this point. Thank you for watching my channel. Come back for more. Thank you for watching Neka's News, aka Neka's TikToks. Thank you again. Take it easy, and it's been real.